Lena was an one-year-old girl who loved to paint sunsets. Every evening, she sat on the roof of her house with her sketchbook, watching the sun melt into the horizon. She painted orange skies, purple clouds, and golden rays that made everything shine. But lately, something felt different. The sky was no longer as blue, the air felt warmer, and the trees around her house seemed tired. Their leaves turned brown earlier than usual. And sometimes, the wind carried the smell of smoke. One evening, while painting, Lena noticed something strange. The birds that usually sang near her roof were gone. She hadn't heard their chirping for days. Where did they go? She wondered sadly. The next morning, Lena's school announced a special trip, Save Our Planet Day. The students were going to visit Green Valley, a beautiful forest that was known for its rivers, butterflies, and flowers. Lena was thrilled. She packed her sketchbook, some snacks, and her favorite blue cap. When the bus reached Green Valley, Lena looked out the window and gasped. The forest didn't look green anymore. Trees were cut down. Smoke rose from piles of burning trash, and the once clear river had turned muddy brown. Where are the butterflies? Lena whispered to her friend Arav. I think they left because the flowers are gone, he replied softly. The teacher, Miss Sarah, gathered the children under a large tree that still stood tall. Children, she began, this is what climate change looks like. The earth is getting warmer because people are cutting too many trees, using too many cars, and wasting energy. Animals are losing their homes, rivers are drying up, and the weather is changing. Lena felt her heart sink. She raised her hand and asked, But, Miss, can we do something to help? Miss Sarah smiled. Yes, Lena, every small act of care makes a big difference. The earth is like our home. If we take care of it, it stays beautiful. But if we hurt it, it cries. That night, Lena couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about what Miss Sarah said. The earth cries. She imagined the planet as a big blue ball with tears rolling down its face. Suddenly, a soft glow filled her room. Lena sat up in surprise. Her globe, the one that stood on her study table, was shining. Slowly, it began to spin, faster and faster, until light surrounded her completely. When the light faded, Lena found herself standing on soft green grass. The air smelled fresh and sweet. She looked around. She was in a magical forest. A gentle voice echoed, Welcome, Lena. Lena turned and saw a beautiful woman with flowing green hair and eyes that sparkled like rivers. Who are you? Lena asked in wonder. I am Gaia, the spirit of the earth. The woman said kindly. You felt my pain, Lena. That's why you're here. Gaia waved her hand, and suddenly, the scene changed. Lena saw smoke-filled cities, melting icebergs, and animals running from forest fires. This is what humans are doing to me, Gaia said sadly. The earth is getting hotter. The ice at the poles is melting, and the seas are rising. Forests are disappearing, and the air is filled with pollution. I am tired, Lena. I am crying. Lena's eyes filled with tears. I don't want you to cry, Gaia. Tell me what I can do. Gaia smiled gently. You can begin with small steps. Plant trees, save water, use less plastic, and tell others to care too. The earth can heal if people help her. Lena nodded bravely. I promise, Gaia, I will help. The next morning, Lena woke up in her own bed. Had it all been a dream? She ran to her desk. The globe was still there, but something was new. Around the globe's base were tiny green sprouts growing out of the stand. Lena smiled. Maybe it wasn't a dream after all. From that day, Lena became known as the Eco Girl in her school. She started a group called Guardians of the Green. Every Saturday, the group cleaned their neighborhood park, planted new trees, and taught younger kids about recycling. At home, she convinced her parents to stop using plastic bags and switch off lights when not needed. Her father even started using a bicycle to go to work. One afternoon, when Lena went back to Green Valley with her friends, she noticed something amazing. The river was cleaner, new plants were growing, and a few colorful butterflies had returned. Miss Sarah smiled proudly. See, children? When we care for nature, nature smiles back. Lena looked around with shining eyes. She opened her sketchbook and began to draw, not the sad brown forest she had seen before, but a bright green one, full of life. She drew Gaia, smiling in the sky, watching over them. As she drew, a soft breeze brushed her cheek, almost like a whisper. Thank you, Lena. From that day on, Lena made sure that every person she met understood one thing. Caring for the earth wasn't just a duty, it was an act of love. Moral of the story: if we care for our earth, it will care for us. Every small act, planting a tree, saving water, recycling, or using less plastic, helps heal our planet. Climate change is real, but together, we can make a change.